Hello, fellow truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We are continuing in our career mode in the International 9900, painted in International Orange. Today's load is a set of trucks, Peterbilt trucks, heading from Medford, Oregon to Seattle, Washington. Let's go ahead, hop into the cab of the truck, and get on our way to the destination. Oh, not sure why my turn signal turned on there. Alright, so we have to get out here onto the road, and, be able to make that. Yep, I don't think I can make that. So what we'll do is we'll back ourselves back up again. This is going to be difficult to do. Yeah, that's even worse. Might be able to make it out this way. Oh, dragging the trucks. Let's see if we can just force it. I don't want to do it, but not the way we're. This is bad. This is bad, but I don't have any other options. I can't. I didn't position myself properly to get out of here, and ugh. I'm not able to back up. There we go. Alright, well, hopefully we prevent doing that again. That's a little bit, that was a little bit ridiculous. Get my head tracking turned off so I can actually look at my mirrors. And out we go. Alright, so anyways, lots of stuff going on in personal life right now. Oh yeah, I forgot I have the voice navigation on. We are finally in the trailer, so that's great. I'm getting very distracted because of trying to get out of here, and it's very hard to talk. Oh, there's all of these people are waiting. That's okay though. We're making a left turn here.
Then turn left. Take the next left.
Run the yellow there. Get ourselves onto the freeway, and then maybe I can actually start focusing on actually talking and not just driving. There's way too much going on right now. So anyways, we're finally in the trailer, and I'm waiting to get started with volunteering with the Park Service, so that will be starting very soon. To be perfectly honest with you, it's also going to be a little bit, it's going to make things a little bit more difficult, because now instead of being able to just record when I'm ready to record, now I have to schedule my recordings around something else, which, you know, you got to do what you got to do. It's still kind of irritating, and, you know, it would be nice if I could continue not having to worry about that, but gotta make things work, and you son of a bitch. Alright, I gotta get over here because, of course, he's going just fast enough that I can't get around him, but not fast enough that he's traveling, and then he's gonna stop. Okay, come on, let's go. We got places to be. Of course, he's turning in the direction that we're going. He's taking his sweet time about it, too. Let's go, dude. Not only is he driving slow, but he's forcing me to have to hit the brakes, and I don't have the fine control necessary to prevent the truck from slowing down to the point that I slow down more than I want to, and then takes forever to get back up to speed again. Alright. Got about 8 hours of driving time in-game for this one. Let's go ahead and get our cruise control set. I'm going to do 65. Just because, you know, in the real world you could generally get away with about 5 miles an hour of speeding. Hold it at this speed. So anyways, yeah, so we finally completed our move. We're in the process of getting the trailer kind of set up the way we want it. As I've said before, and if you haven't been here on the channel before, I have lived in my travel trailer before. I lived in it for a couple of years while I was living in an RV/trailer park. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I really like my trailer. I picked a really good, spacious trailer. It has opposing slides. So there's a kitchen slide, and there's like a 2 or 3 foot kitchen slide, and then a 4 foot living room slide, and they're both directly opposite from each other. So it creates this really open feeling floor plan inside the main room. And I'm sitting here like it's really nice. So, you know, it's a very comfortable trailer to live in when it's just you and maybe one other person. A family could live in it, but it would be pretty tight as far as just, you know, daily life and being comfortable and that kind of thing. But since it's just me and my wife and soon to be our little dog, shouldn't be that big of a deal. And then, you know, I have the big diesel F-250 to tow my trailer. So that's also pretty cool. I'm kind of hoping that we can get to the point where we can start traveling on a regular basis, and I can start a travel channel, and you guys will get to see the truck and the trailer and all of that stuff. It's, you know, it's nothing impressive. I don't have like a really crazy truck, or, you know, the trailer's a 34 footer, so it's a fairly decent sized trailer. That's why I needed the F-250 diesel for it, because I needed something that was big and heavy enough to handle, you know, 10,000 pounds of weight. But yeah, so we're finally in the trailer. Just trying to get it set up, because it's a very different situation from when I was in it before, when it was just me, and now I have a whole other person living with me with all of her stuff, and, you know, you got to make room and make accommodations for getting everybody's stuff where it's going to make sense for it to be. But we're mostly there, and it seems like all of the stuff that we have is going to fit pretty well. Just have to be a little bit creative with where we put things. It's not going to be too bad. Not going to be too bad at all. Down to 6 hours and 45 minutes. So I apologize for missing, I think, 1 or 2 days maybe of videos for this particular series. Unfortunately, when I look at I didn't have enough time to do all my videos for the last couple of days when I was trying to catch up. I figured out an internet solution. I've had our actual internet solution is not going to be available for another couple of days, but I figured out that I could use my phone as a Wi-Fi. I could connect my phone to the Wi-Fi, and then if you do USB tethering through the phone that I have, I'm able to use my phone's Wi-Fi connection to connect my computer to the Wi-Fi here at the park that we're in, because we're temporarily staying at another park until we get to the park service. And the reason that's important is that my desktop computer does not have a wireless card in it, because in my infinite wisdom I decided I didn't need one because it's a desktop and I'm not going to be taking it places. So what do I need? I'm not going to be like running around with it, so what do I need a Wi-Fi card in it for? And at the time, the motherboard that had a Wi-Fi card in it was not, there was not an insignificant difference between the wireless model and the, you know, requiring a physical connection. So at the time, I decided to, you know, I'm going to save a little bit of money. I can put that money somewhere else in the computer so I can get something better in another spot, since, you know, I'm going to have an Ethernet cord running to wherever it is I need it to go. Unfortunately, now I'm in a situation where I really wish I had a Wi-Fi card. Now I could, yeah. I will if I'm able to get over before this. Nope. Oh, okay. I guess we'll wait for the thing here. Okay, hold on a minute. Get ourselves weighed and back on the road. I have completely lost track of whatever it was I was talking about, because I had to do an emergency thing here, but that's all right. All right, here we go. Get ourselves back on the road. Okay, so I think I was talking about the Wi-Fi situation. I could have bought a wireless dongle, a wireless adapter, a USB wireless adapter to give my computer the ability to connect to Wi-Fi, but don't hit me. Okay, cool. But unfortunately, the cheapest ones I could find locally were, 30 or 40 bucks, and I really didn't want to have to spend that much money. And then I stumbled across the ability that I could just use whatever Wi-Fi my phone was connected to, and that's just as good. So saved myself a little bit of money. We're running a little bit low on funds right now after all the moving, and just it costs a lot of money to get from one place to another. Even if you're just moving into something, even if you're just moving back into a travel trailer, it's still not inexpensive to do. Okay, let's get our cruise control set back up again. Down to sub 6 hours now. 10 minutes and 37 seconds into our video. I'm hoping I can get this done in under 30 minutes. That would be pretty sweet, because I have 4 other videos to get to, and the faster I can get through them, the better. It takes a long time to do the production that I do. It used to take a lot longer when I was actually doing video editing, but I figured out ways of working myself around to not having to do that anymore. Oh, you would pull out in front of me. You better speed up. You better speed up. Okay. I mean, I'd like to get back over in the right lane, but these guys are driving at the same speed as me. So, unfortunately, we're just going to hang out here. Go ahead and get over now, and hopefully he won't slow down on me. Just trying to maintain a decent speed so we can get where we're going in a quick and expeditious manner. And of course, they're all slowing down on me, so here we go, back over to the left lane. But they're not going slow enough that I can pass them. And then we get into a straightaway, and they start speeding up on me. So yeah, we have a potential move-in date later this week, where we're going to be parking our trailer semi-permanently. There's nothing permanent when you're volunteering for the Park Service, but at the same time, it's a relatively permanent situation until, we're going to hopefully use that time to, get our trailer set up in a way that allows us to be ultra flexible. So we want to get some solar up on the roof. We want to get some things fixed on the trailer, some things set up on the trailer so that we can not have to worry about being tethered to things as much, so that worst comes to worst, we can go be RV hobos and just park on the street. do some stealth camping that's probably not so stealthy since it's a travel trailer, but we'll figure it out. I'm definitely done with living in apartments and paying rent for places that, offers me no return on the money that I'm putting into living there. Rent is it's a really bad losing proposition.
Keep left.
No matter where you are, no matter how expensive or inexpensive your living situation may be, every monthly rent payment that you're putting in, that's money you're just pretty much just throwing away. You need to do it because you need a place to live. For the most of the people need to do that because they need a place to live, and those are the only real options. I'm trying to get myself set up so that I don't have to pay rent ever again. I'm so sick and tired of throwing away money on something that is not ever gonna come back to me. I'm so tired of it. So yeah, if we can get the trailer set up the way I want to get it set up, and then I think our next thing, assuming we don't stay in the trailer permanently, we'll do a stealth box truck build and get ourselves set up so that we can be ultra stealthy and basically just park wherever we want, as long as it allows overnight parking and nobody will know. That's my personal preference, where I'm trying to get to. We'll see how it works out. Spent a lot of time in the last few days just going through the trailer and organizing things as best I can, but a lot of it's just going to require the wife and I to sit down together and figure out the rest of it, because she brought a lot of her stuff, you know, now that we've moved out of the big house that we were in. Hearing random noises outside. You know, she had a lot of stuff. We gave away so much stuff. Just set it. We were living in a place where we could just set stuff out on the curb and it would disappear within a few hours. So that was very convenient. It would have been nice if we could have done like a garage sale or something like that, but unfortunately, we didn't have the time. There wasn't any time for all of that. As far as the game goes, I did receive some of your guys' comments about you know, buying a trailer, and that might make the game a little bit more interesting. Certainly open to doing that at some point, but we got to save up enough money for that. And I'm ready to get out of this truck already. There's a reason we moved out of the 9900i in the first place. The only reason I got another one is because, like I said, the goal of the company right now is to get one of every truck and upgrade them all as much as we can, and that will be considered kind of our capstone achievement, or, you know, career mode ending event. Once we get the last truck and we've upgraded it as far as it will go, that will end the main phase of this series. And then, you know, if you guys have anything that you'd like to see after that, you'll have to let me know. Otherwise, I'll just I'll close the series down and find something else, or just scale it back to 4 videos again. I've been doing a lot of farming simulator, and the game speaks very well to my desire for progressing through things and kind of finding efficient ways to do things and setting up things in a way that you know, makes sense to me. You know, I like to play with big equipment, so being able to simulate that is kind of cool. It's one of the reasons why the truck simulator game is as appealing as it is, because it does a good job of giving you that feeling of driving something big and massive. And I've always enjoyed that. I was a school bus driver for a few months. And while I hated driving kids around because they were rude and obnoxious and, you know, kind of disrespectful, no matter how much I tried to put my foot down. And I was a Marine, so I'm not a pushover. It's just when you have rules in place that don't allow you to do certain things, you're kind of limited on how meaningful your threats can be. Well, and obviously you can't threaten the kids because you'll get in trouble doing that. So it's just, yeah, whatever. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is that I really enjoyed the driving the bus. The part before I had kids in the bus and the part after I had kids in the bus was always very nice and enjoyable. Really hated the part where I had kids in the bus. I've always thought that I wouldn't mind the driving of the truck part if I was going to be a truck driver, but the realistic thing about that is that in most trucking jobs, you're not getting paid very well for the amount of time that you're putting in. You might be making fairly large amounts of money, but when you consider the number of hours that you have to put in to make that money, oh, am I supposed to be? I think I'm supposed to be here. When you consider the amount of hours that you have to put in to make that money, you know, you're better off just getting a regular day job. Because if you're putting in, you know, what you can do, 10 hours a day, something like that. I think it's 10 hours a day, or maybe 12. I don't remember. And you're doing that 7 days a week for several weeks at a time. I mean, that's a lot of hours. That is a lot of hours to be making maybe $60,000-$70,000 a year if you're getting paid well. I mean, I know you can work up into other things where you can make more money than even that. And maybe some of the owner-operators are making even more than that, but, you know, that's a very small percentage of the guys out there, and it's certainly not people who are just getting into the industry. You know, those guys are making $35,000-$40,000 a year, I think. Or, I mean, those are relatively old numbers. They might be making a little bit more now, but the point is that, especially if you're just getting started, which is where I would be, it's not worth the number of hours that you're going to have to put in. If If I was in my early 20s again and I didn't have anything else to do, I might consider it because, you know, you have no experience. You're not able to you don't have a reference point of being like, oh yeah, I was making, you know, $70,000 a year at one point, and that's a lot of money to go back down to spending to working twice the number of hours, being away from everybody and everything, and, you know, making less than I was making at the office job I was working. So perspective makes a big difference in the decisions that you make. Down to less than 3 hours. I'm hoping we can get this done fairly quickly because we're over the 20-minute mark now. It's kind of a cool bridge here. Get ourselves across it. See if maybe we can get a decent view and not crash into the side. Very cool. I never remember to do outside views for you guys so you can see how we're driving down the road. Oh! And that's why I don't do that, because then I do that. I wasn't paying attention to which direction was which direction. Oops. That's going to be expensive. Well, it's not that expensive to fix. Alright, back in the cab. That's why I don't do that, because then we end up doing something stupid like that. Oops. A very long straightaway stretch of road right here, though. It's kind of unusual. I believe that there's a regulation in the Federal Highway Code that requires you to have a turn every so often so that it prevents you from falling not prevents you, but it reduces the chance that you're going to fall asleep because your brain is being engaged by having to turn. Oh. Okay. So we need a fuel station. That's unfortunate. See here. It is 99 miles away, and we currently have no idea how much fuel we have because this truck doesn't give me mileage to empty. Okay, well, hopefully we have enough fuel to make it there. Or we can stop here and grab some fuel before we risk running out. I think that's probably what we're going to do, as much as I don't want to take the time to have to stop.
Recalculating.
There's fuel over there to the right, but because they didn't want to model it, we have to go to the left and take a bunch of extra turns over here to make this work.
Recalculating route. Take the next left.
Wait for this light.
Recalculating route. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I feel like as soon as I press the pause button, it's going to turn green. As I said, as soon as I press the pause button, it's going to turn green.
Recalculating route.
Okay, let's stop here and get some fuel.
Recalculating route.
It's telling me fuel is down at the other end, though,
Turn
so...
around when it is safe
Okay, here we
to
go.
do so. Take the next right.
Thought I had it. Alright, filling up with fuel. We're at 101,000. Maybe we could buy... I don't know. We'll see how much the next truck is. Oh. I actually think we need to buy another garage, now that I think about it. Or no. I don't know. I don't remember exactly how much it costs to expand the initial garage. I don't know if it's cheaper to I don't know if it's cheaper to expand the initial garage or to buy a new garage, because I'm pretty sure that the new garages all come with 3 slots each.
Right turn.
So it all kind of depends on how much it costs to actually buy one, and I'm gonna have to look into that.
Turn right.
All right, we have less than 2 hours of in-game time left. Hopefully we can get back on the road and get this knocked out soon.
Take the next left.
Okay. Come on. Get up the hill. You can do it. According to the map, it said we had less than 100 miles to go, so shouldn't be that far. Okay. Not really sure what else to talk about at this point. We're pretty close to the end, and I don't really have any more update stuff to talk about. And I mean, I guess I got to start thinking about what the next. Well, I don't know. We still have one more international brand truck to buy. It's the base. It's the base model, the basic model, not the classic and not the premium model that we have. It's whatever the mid-range model is. I forget what it's called. And I kind of want to stick with the same brand until we buy all of the vehicles from that brand. So we'll have to check out dealerships and stuff once we're ready. I kind of need to check out what the price is for that. I'm pretty sure it's like 120, 130,000 for the base model, and then if you're gonna get one that has, obviously we want to buy one that already has a sleeper in it just for role-playing purposes. Fortunately, with the way that these trucks are, I don't imagine that we're gonna have any kind of backing at the end of this. We'll be able to pull straight in. Oh. Well, this is where we ignore the rules, because we don't have time for this. I think I can get around on the left there, so we'll come this way. Hope that there's room. All right. Yeah, we don't have time for that. We gotta get this load delivered. The second time we've been asked to stop for this particular run. They're just gonna have to deal with us not stopping. Sorry. Down to 22 minutes. Come on.
Use the right lane to stay on the current road, then turn right. Take the next right. Keep right.
Okay. Doing some speeding here just to.
Rerouting.
Oh, you son of a. They really need to come up with a way to make it easier to know
Keep right.
where you're going.
Keep right to continue on the current road. Then turn right. continue on the current road.
That was a Kenworth dealership.
Then turn right.
Didn't mean to do that. I was trying to get out of the lane. Oh well.
Keep right to continue on the current road. Then turn right. Take the next right. Continue straight.
Lucky with that one.
Keep right.
All right, we are here at the Port of Seattle, which is apparently our destination. Just pull through. Very nice. We'll go ahead and grab this real quick. I don't know if you can. I don't know if it tracks any of this, but we'll get a quick view. Welcome to the Port of Seattle. I think that's enough of that. And now we got to find the drop-off point for this. Oh, it's right here in front of me. Excellent. Well, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click that like button if you did so that the YouTube algorithm will know and send the video out to as many people as possible. If you're not subscribed, please consider doing so now so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your video feed and you will be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members do get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click that join button, check out the list of options available there, and decide if any of those are right for you. Your direct support is greatly appreciated and a critical component to helping turn this into a full-time gig. If you're not interested in a membership, consider pressing that thanks button for a one-time contribution. Again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you guys have been enjoying the career, and I will see you for the next ride.